Hello, I'm Rebecca Vasquez Ortiz, and I am one of your co-facilitators for this Lumen Circle on belonging and inclusive teaching. I wanted to make this short video to go over some of the key concepts that we covered in week 3 and then help transition us as we start the journey on to week 4. If we think back to this previous week, I wanted to mention that I saw some incredible reflections and dialogue going on, and what I noticed was that some of the fellows decided to go head on into the idea of examining the identity circle and considering positionality and marginalization, while others tended to use existing assignments or activities and embed within those the notion of inclusive teaching by examining, again, similar ideas about marginalization. So I wanted to applaud both of those types of efforts as they both give us really important information and help to develop community in our classrooms. One thing that I did want to reflect on in our work this previous week as we were looking at the reflections on what we've done in the classroom is the idea of tagging our belonging tags. That if you want to go back and review those in the library, I did notice that there was tagging based on some of the other tags, which is incredible and important. But remember that we should be considering the idea of how it is that our work in this circle connects to the tags of representation, engaging intersectionality, mitigating bias, and developing pedagogical partnerships. So, there's some overlap between some of these tags based on examining identity and examining power and creating brave spaces. But I really would ask that you consider the idea of how examining these tags can really push us into this process of examining pedagogical partnerships and how we can really empower students to become more collaborative in a dynamic process of learning. Now, for week 4, we're going to be focusing on SMART goals, and you'll see within the introduction page that we have some incredible links for doing that. There's a short piece that allows us to really dig into what SMART goals are, and just to refresh your memory on it, these are the specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals. Some of us, including myself, can want to really make big changes, and we might come up with a goal in terms of improving our connections with students and creating community that isn't specific or measurable. For example, I could say, I want to become a better instructor, right? How is that measured, right? When can I potentially achieve that, right? So we want to come up with SMART goals that allow us sometimes to bite off smaller pieces of what it means to be an effective instructor, but allows us to really operationalize the process through which we feel that we're improving on our skills in terms of engaging partnerships and creating pedagogy that is both representative to our students and creates an environment that could center on enjoyment and creating community. So remember that focusing on being specific about our SMART goals allows us to get those goals measured and make movement towards improving on them. And what the research finds, and you'll be able to read through in this week, is that as we do that, we're able to enjoy our position as educators in higher education and really create more interest and opportunity for exchanges of dialogue with our students. Okay, it was great seeing you here, and I look forward to jumping back into some of our asynchronous activities.